Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Madden NFL 2005.
Yes, and you know what? This season, with Bo Jenkins and company, I set all kinds of passing records that I thought would stand forever. But RecV5X and I played a practice game today with the faux lifers, so the cupcake lifers with no made-up players, against the Oakland Badmen, who are an all-Madden team, and RecV5X dropped 66 points on these guys. And he threw for 560 yards and 6 touchdowns.
And I also ran for 133 too.
Yeah, with an injured quarterback.
In
fact, you kept repeatedly getting that Madden accomplishment, play injured and score a touchdown, right? But anyway, you threw some long passes, you used your precision short passing game, and you just picked these guys apart through the air. And that was a very un-RecV5X-like game.
I mean, I still did get 133 yards rushing.
Yeah, I wasn't at all expecting this, though. But anyway, here is one of RecV5X's touchdown passes to an old veteran wide receiver, John Mike Houston, who lines up on the right side. And he's an aging veteran, but he can still play. And you can see they've got man coverage, but they've got a weird thing where the safety is running down to the flat on both sides.
That's right,
Right? It's almost like a man flats with no deep coverage, right? And that's exactly what they're doing. Or maybe that's just how the man coverages came out and they didn't lock them up. So anyway, John Mike Houston catches the slant pass, which is RecV5X's signature pass,
and I just keep running at the same line as the slant. I don't adjust myself at all, and this guy tries to hit stick me and he misses. And I don't know how he screwed that up. No, you should never try to hit stick anybody in this situation. Just wrap the guy up.
Well, when they're running away from you like that, if you try to hit stick them, they'll probably just run away from the hit.
And so I still keep running, and I actually keep on the same line here right until I get to the sideline, because I'm trying to put space between me and that guy. And then I see number 34 coming up, and that's when I have to turn upfield to keep putting space between me and him, and that's when number 42 starts to catch up here. But it doesn't matter, because I'm too far down the field now for anyone to catch me.
And John Mike Houston is not what I call a speed demon. Basically, any player with 90 plus speed is what I call a speed demon. John Mike Houston is fast, but he's not a speedster. He's
87 speed.
87 speed. And he might have even lost a point of speed because like I said, he's an aging veteran now.
He's in his 30s at this point.
But he's still the number one wide receiver on this team. We haven't managed to recruit a receiver good enough to knock him out of the number one spot.
And what did I throw him? 14 passes in this game?
You threw him 14 passes, and he had almost 300 yards receiving just by himself, right? Because you also connected on a couple of big gains on, passes to the sidelines and things like that to him too. So anyway, there you go. RecV5X can, in fact, pass when he chooses to.
Well, when I have to. I mean, with a running back like Anthony Gaines or even Alex Ball here, who only has 88 speed, I can still do the stretch run game. It actually still works for 5 and 6 yard gains and things like that, but it's not something that can be your entire offense like it can be with Kelvin Allen and his 95 speed, right?
Because Kelvin Allen is a speed demon. But these other guys who are a little bit more closer to being mortal men, they get average results, right?
That's right,
yeah. Hence the 130 yards on the ground instead of 350.
Although 130 is still pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's very respectable. But anyway, there you go. We just showed off a little bit of RecV5X's passing attack, which is somewhat underutilized most of the time, but he is capable of doing it.
I also used a lot more 4 wide receiver sets on this instead of 2 tight end sets.
That was a formation I didn't even know you had in your playbook, because I don't think you even put it on the field last season.
Couple of times, but not many.
But anyway, I guess we'll move on because we're going to the divisional playoffs.
All right. And we're back.
Yes, and before we start the game, we're just going to have a look at some individual statistics for the end of the year.
All right.
Because we did have some records fall this season. And we're starting here with Bo Jenkins, who is the Mad Bomber, who threw for a whopping 6,537 yards.
Tremendous.
And 58 touchdowns, right? Not only that, but look at this. Over the course of the whole season, I completed 81% of my passes for an average per pass of 10.4 yards. So there you go. That is absolutely ridiculous numbers.
Yep.
Although that being said, with the performance you had with a crippled quarterback this morning on a team that is fairly mediocre, I mean, the faux lifers have a pretty good offensive line, but aside from that one wide receiver, they're not exactly loaded with talent on the offense.
True.
But anyway, rushing, well, Kelvin Allen still managed to get his 1,000 yards.
And a good rushing average.
And a good rushing average, 4.2 yards per carry. And in 249 attempts, he only fumbled the ball once, which isn't too bad. But here's one of the big differences between me and you, Rec V5X, is that I had a long run of 34 yards all season. And last season, you had several runs that were very long, right?
Yeah. Well, that's just the way the rushing game goes for me.
Yeah. And receiving, well, Benji Rhodes was my favorite receiver by far, right? And he led the league in catches. And of course, you'll notice though that I do have 4 1,000-yard receivers on this team, right? And 2 of them are running backs. So we got Quincy Golston there and Kelvin Allen. So Kelvin Allen got his yards from scrimmage, roughly almost equal to what he had last year. It's just that it was divided evenly between running and receiving, right?
Well, there you go.
And of course, Kelvin Allen had a very high average per catch because usually when he caught the ball, it was a big gain.
And he's very fast.
And of course, Allen and Mills got most of the touchdowns. So that's pretty impressive. And of course, Golston probably led the league in drop passes as well. But he did get thrown the ball 67 times and he dropped 11. So about roughly 1 in every 7 or something.
Which is better than his catching rating would indicate.
Yeah. So blocking, well, I mean, Adam Parkman is out there leading the way, pancaking people all over the place. And of course, defensively, now we have a few records that fell on defense too. And one of them is Cedric Perry, who amassed 38 sacks this season.
Yep.
He's a menace.
And then between Roble and Pete there, I managed to get 22 sacks myself.
Yep, that's those are basically user-controlled sacks, so 22. But Roble, just to give you an idea, an NFL icon defensive end gets around this many sacks in a season, right?
Yep.
So for a defensive tackle, that's pretty good numbers too, right?
I work hard at it.
And you sack the quarterback a lot, more than any other team in the league.
By far.
By far.
We'll have to look at the team statistics after this.
Yeah, and of course, Matt Mills picked up 3 interceptions, and Max Miller got a couple, and Travis Wade got a couple, and Danny Jones finally got 1.
Yep.
So
I think most of these interceptions, though, they were just sheer volume of passes hitting guys in the hands.
Oh, yeah, for sure, because you drop far more of those than you catch, right? But anyway.
Take a look at pass deflections, though. I think we have some defensive linemen in the top 5 there.
Ben French with 15 deflected passes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you got a few forced fumbles and a few fumble recoveries this season, more than usual. Because usually you hardly ever recover any of those for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference was this season, because it's the same kind of playbook.
Yeah. And 3 defensive touchdowns. So pretty good defensive season. So there we go.
And what's
if we look at the end of the season rankings as a team, well, on the offense, we're first in every category, every single one, except for running.
Oh, God.
And we're sort of in the lower end of the middle of the pack as far as rushing yardage goes, but we're first in every other category on offense. And on defense, first in total yards allowed, first in passing yards, and third against the run. And you ended up with finishing with 8.6 points allowed per game.
Yes.
Which is good enough for first, and I think that's also a record.
And 73 sacks.
And 73 sacks, which I think as a team is probably also a record.
But I don't get very many interceptions.
No, you don't get very many interceptions, and not that many fumble recoveries, but... and you also finished first in red zone scoring allowed, too, which is a pretty key statistic as well, I think.
Well, you're still a lot better at that part of the game than I am.
Well, my old playbook I was. I'm not sure how I'll do with this new one because I'm still working the kinks out. Because I wasn't terribly impressed with my goal line defense in that practice game we played. And I may, because I actually have 2 different formations for different situations in goal line.
Yep.
And I may drop one of them and put something else in there.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But anyway, our third down conversion percentage was the best in the league. We did not actually try a 4th down. And of course, we're the least penalized team in the league again.
Yeah, the emulated penalties in this game are just crazy.
Yeah, they don't, like it seems like they apply a lot more on the simulated games, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we still finished second in the league in turnover ratio.
Well, that's just because I don't take the ball away from anybody.
Well, and I also protect the ball pretty well, too, right? So, anyway, there we go. So, that's what our individual and team statistics looked like.
Indeed.
And so now we will go to the wild card round where we will simulate the wild card round. And it looks like we have the Royals and the Guppies. Guppies had a good season. They finished 12-4.
Nice.
And the Wreckers and the Swamp Rats. And the Bad Men and the Wizards. And the Goblins and the Stingers. So here we go. Simulating the round. Okay, and who did we have? We had the Royals squeaking out one over the Guppies 13-12. And the Wreckers beat the Swamp Rats, and the Bad Men beat the Wizards. And of course, the Stingers lost to the Goblins.
Wow. So we only got one all Madden team in that whole wild card series.
Yeah. Anyway, and our first playoff game is going to be against the Boston Royals. And it looks like the Goblins match up against the Zombies. And the Bad Men go up against the Tigers. So we're going to be playing either the Bad Men for the 3rd time this season.
The Tigers or the Desperados?
Or the Tigers. No, the Desperados are in the other division.
Yeah, so that's true, yeah.
Probably it'll be Zombies and Desperados in the conference title game. And assuming that we beat the Royals, we'll be playing either the Bad Men or the Tigers.
See, we might have real trouble here, though, because all season long, it's not been the all-Madden teams that have given us trouble. It's been like rinky-dink little regular teams like the Royals.
Well, the Royals, though, are a strong defense team. And I think we played them in the course of the regular season once, and they did act like they were going to be somewhat competitive for a while.
Watch them rack up 28 points on my defense. Just like the Pigeons.
Well, anyway, we've got Sandman Gun 4. Now I'm on version 4 of this offensive playbook now.
You just keep on ticking.
Well, I didn't really like those new shotgun formations that I put in there because of the broken handoffs.
Yep.
And, it's funny, but for how common running the ball out of the shotgun is nowadays, you would have thought that they could have, maybe made those work a little better.
I think they might have done that intentionally, though, because I think they might have worked better in past games, too.
Yeah.
And at this point, they were almost trying to balance the playbook creation for online play before they finally just gave up on it.
Yeah.
Although, to be honest with you, I don't really think that the things that you can make with playbooks are all that unbalanced. Like, there's no secret broken formation that you can make or anything like that.
No, there isn't. In fact, usually it's, like I said, we make use of fairly standard pass patterns and that kind of thing. That's nothing too exotic or strange.
And that's because the things that work out of the stock playbooks are actually the things that work in your custom playbooks. It's just you can put in all the things that work and disregard all the things that don't.
Yeah.
That's really what creating your custom playbook is all about. That, and if you draw the plays, then you know how to run the plays because you instinctively know how to run them from when you drew them.
Yep.
So it's a little bit less time sitting down and practicing and figuring things out.
Well, I got bad news for you, Rec-V5X. We've got to start off with the ball.
Ah, shit. So this will be a super hard game then.
Probably.
I believe your conspiracy theories now.
I didn't even get a chance to try. Basically, the Royals called the toss, and they won the toss. So,
well, it is what it is.
So I didn't even have anything to do with it.
At least we've got some decent weather at home today.
Yeah. It's just like home, hey.
Yep.
So anyway, I'm not sure how you want to go about this, but it looks as though the Royals probably...
Well, they've got no stupid speed at halfback.
No, but that guy is a menace, though, right? Like
he is,
he is always in the top 5
look at his
rushing.
Strength.
Yep, he's always in the top 5 in rushing.
Look at his break tackle and his strength. That's what makes him so good.
Yeah, I think that's what he's got going for him, yeah.
They do have a speedy wide receiver.
Yep, Stanley Hobbs, and I think he gave you trouble last time around, too.
Yep. Well, that's okay. I guess we're going to play the usual, what I've been playing lately is I've been favoring the deep zones over the hook zones here.
Yeah.
That has its own pros and cons. I might switch away from that mid-game. It depends on the kind of passing attack these guys go with. But if these guys like to throw like the short post to their tight end a lot, then the deep zone will deter that. It'll give up the little drag over the middle, but you can't cover everything. And I think the post over the middle is actually more common, which is how I ended up coming up with these plays anyways.
Yep, and actually I still use that technique even though my current defenses look considerably different than yours in many ways.
Well, it's a lot better.
I still use that technique because that particular defensive lineman just happens to be the extra guy.
Well, not only that, but your defensive ends tend to be faster than your defensive tackles, so no more dropping McGrady back in a deep zone. And also, if I had the ability, that player would be a linebacker. Mm-hmm. If I could actually draw my formations like that, where I didn't have to have a defensive end out there, that player would be a linebacker. I'd only come out with 2 defensive linemen, period.
Let's get back to the play on the field.
But it is what it is. Right? You got to work within the limitations of the game. Because they do come out in 2 defensive lineman sets sometimes in the NFL these days.
Actually, you know what? Even starting in Madden 06, I can remember seeing some formations where you had only 2 down linemen and pretty well everybody else was upright at the line, right?
Yep. And especially with the size of my linebackers, it would benefit me, right? But it's just not something that's doable. Not without specialized personnel, anyhow.
Oh,
nice suction block.
Joe Winters picks up the safety.
You did a good job there, Joe Winters. Thanks for turning on the vacuum cleaner at just the right time.
Yeah, you got the suction block going there, and away we went.
You could almost motion that wide receiver over.
Well, if they were playing a man, though, like they're not really showing it. They're looking like a zone defense there.
True. Oh, that still worked out pretty damn good, especially given the defense that you're up against.
Yeah,
in the playoffs, you can throw out all those charts and those predictions because you got 60 minutes to keep your season going. And I've seen a lot of crazy things happen in the playoffs.
Looks like he's calling an audible. The carry breaks the tackle.
You know what? If he hadn't gone backwards after bouncing off of that guy, I would have got a first there, or would have gotten a bit better yardage there.
Yep, probably. Sadly, that's just kind of how it goes sometimes.
They have to get it to the 42.
Yeah, for some reason he's got to try and strive for that extra yardage, and then half the time it turns out to be a bad thing, right?
Yeah, he ends up going backwards.
He surveys the field, gets rid of it.
Oh, nice.
You can hear the collision.
And you know what? Coleman's not an easy guy to bring down, too, even if you've got a safety.
Yeah, occasionally you can break a tackle with him, because he is a bigger player at wide receiver, right?
Yep.
Number 47, the motion man.
If I was playing with a lead right now, I'd attack those gaps, but
Drops back. Gets the pass off.
oh, I had to rush that a little bit because I was feeling some pressure coming there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I threw that a little sooner than I wanted to.
Well, on the bright side, they didn't jump all over it. They weren't terribly alert.
Well, they weren't in an ideal position. Like, I still had a chance at that one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no one's going to move here.
And that's because it's his own defense.
Oh, what kind of spot was that?
The deluxe home field advantage spot.
Wow.
See, this is why you should get every referee in the stadium a bit of McDonald's before the game, right?
Yeah, or a new pair of glasses or something, right? Like, wow.
Dropping back, pressure, throws it. He hits his receiver. John, one of your favorite terms right here.
Good job.
Coleman's getting his work today.
Yep.
That kind of hit could loosen your teeth.
All right, well, let's try something a little different. This is what I replaced those shotgun formations with. Oh, look at this. All right.
There will be no running today.
Yeah, I guess not.
Oh, unless there's Parkman running.
Well, I'm just going to pound it into the middle here and hope for the best, pretty much, right?
Number 86.
Because when they line up with everybody on the line like that, about all you can do if you're not prepared is just try not to lose any yards, right?
Hey, you gained a yard. See,
Yeah,
that's the Parkman power.
Yeah.
His rushing yards will be like 0.8 yards per carry, but he'll lead the league in touchdowns.
Yellow, 74. Red, 74.
Looks like he's changing the play.
Huh. Nobody blocked that guy.
Yeah, he just came straight through.
Wow.
To work with on that running play.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap count. With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance while trying to draw them offside.
The first down marker is just inside the 6-yard line. The visiting team come out in a nickel package. Jenkins with a man in motion.
They're playing some kind of a zone defense here.
Well, you might be able to slip the slant in. It depends on the kind of zone.
Yeah.
He's looking. Gets the pass.
Yeah, just wait for that safety to get out of the way, right?
Yep.
The play at the 2.
Watch it here.
See, it's only really dangerous to throw that against something like cover 2 or something like that, right?
Well, or if they manage to get some pressure,
Yeah.
because you have to hold the ball a little bit longer when they do that safety flat thing, right?
Yep.
Because basically you have to wait for him to get out of the way before you throw the ball in there.
That's right, yeah. They're showing you nothing here.
Yeah.
Fullback handoff. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss. And he chases him down behind
I mean, you lost a yard, whatever.
I'll tell you, he's
Well, we'll see. If we can make some positive yards here, fine. And if not, I guess we'll
work the clock.
work the clock and we'll try and
calling an audible now.
It's the first quarter, and we're already working the clock, because that's how we roll.
yeah. And if I lose a yard or can't get any yardage here, then the next thing that we'll see is a pass. But that's okay. He made it in.
Well, that'll fix his rushing average. That's not necessarily a good thing. It's a good thing for him, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it did take me almost half of the first quarter in order to work the ball down there and get a touchdown, right?
Yep.
They weren't giving anything away.
The kick is up, and he picks out the extra point. They really wore them down on that drive. A lot of plays from scrimmage, and they finished with
Yep,
a
7
trip to the
minutes,
end zone.
12 plays.
That's perfectly okay.
It feels like I'm playing against an all Madden team, right?
Finally, you get the one that puts you in for 6.
And he got all of
Well,
that one.
they
Great
did
fit.
choose to receive, so... Or no, they did choose to kick, which means it'll be a hard game. Wow. That was not a good return.
Just about ready to call their first play of the
Yeah,
game.
but still, he ran away from me, right? I think that returner is considerably faster than the guy I was using to try and cover it.
Quite possibly.
Drops back. Pressure coming. Dumps the pass off.
Whoa.
I'll just get a late hit on the quarterback there.
Yeah,
The incomplete pass bringing up second down.
that's okay. You want him to have to get up after every pass attempt, right?
Now Perry's coming from one way and I'm coming from the other.
Yep. Except that was your dime back, I think.
Or was that the dime back?
Yeah,
That
I think
actually
you had
was.
your dime guys out there.
No, I had my nickel guy out there. No, that was who are you? That's Thomas.
Thomas.
That's nickel guy.
Oh, okay.
From the other side of the field. He just wrapped right around.
No, I saw him move over because he was covering the tight end on the right side.
Yeah, yep. You're right.
Dropping back.
That was in fact his assignment.
Under pressure.
Oh, you fought hard for that one, but you just couldn't quite get there.
I still got a piece of him though.
Yep.
You'll see that kind of thing out of these guys a lot. They're big and they're strong and they're fast. Opposing offensive line sure have their hands.
But that's why you back everybody up.
The defense did a great job on that series.
That's why
pushing
you
them
press the receivers.
Ha!
Jam them at the line.
Yeah, you found that has about the same effect.
Yeah, similar, yeah. I mean, even in the game we played today, I gave up some points, but I did not allow them to get a receiver past me, right? Like none of the they didn't manage to get a pass behind my safeties,
Yeah, not once.
even though one of our safeties is very slow. He's only got like 73 speed or something, right?
Yep. Well, that basically means that no matter what, you should always be calling either press coverage or backed up corners on every play, because it is not optimal to run anything else.
Yeah, normal coverage, I don't know why you'd run it.
Goal line situation. That's basically it, goal line situation.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package, calling an audible.
Okay, so we just gave up a 35-yard pass, so we better move extra people up to the line.
That's right.
Looking for a receiver, throws on the run.
Oh.
Not quite led to the outside enough on that one.
Yeah.
Pass falls to the ground, incomplete.
That pass had incompletion or interception written all
Yeah,
over
these things happen.
Oh, okay.
Blue 25.
Hands it off to the fullback. Back.
And another fantastic gaining on the ground.
John, nothing there on that play. Looks like he might have gotten back.
Yeah, well, you know what? A lot of those things are kind of nonsensical, you know?
Yep.
Because I can punch that particular run through a goal line defense like there's nobody there, but as soon as they
Come out in a 4-3.
come out in a
3-4.
3-4, well, then all of a sudden you just can't go anywhere, right?
Drops back, looking downfield, throws on the
Yeah, he's not going to catch that anyway.
Fourth down upcoming.
Yeah, there's something seriously deficient about the goal line defense in this game, and that's why I don't use it.
Yeah, well, that's why when I was experimenting with it and I found out, because I never actually got to play goal line very much until our practice game that we played today, right?
12. We'll try to come through with the field goal here.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I hate the kicking game in this thing. I can hardly wait to be playing defense next season,
Oh, well.
so I don't have to do that anymore. Man.
Maybe I should just take over the kicking duties, but it's not like I'd do any better, though.
Well, the kicking meter, like I said, it varies in speed, and that time it was going slower than I expected, right?
Gets the pass off. He finds his man. Thomas brings him down.
Which is why I hit it so early on the accuracy part, because if the goddamn meter would travel at the same speed every time,
Yep.
I wouldn't have so much trouble.
True.
But there's always like a little split-second change in how fast it travels, so that you have to,
Drops back.
you know, basically run it by eye, right?
Yep.
Thomas makes the tackle at the 49. Mort beat the coverage on that pass.
Soft hands like that are hard to find. This guy looks like he's a keeper.
They have to get the ball inside the 45 to convert for the first down.
And personally, I think that if they're going to play dice roll football, well, one of the things they should have done was based the kicker's kicking ability on his actual skill, you know, like ability scores, not on how well you can play a stupid mini game, right?
Yep. Well, they did change it in later series to be a bit better, I guess. Like, they made it so that you use the stick to kick, and that's actually more reminiscent of, like, the Tiger Woods golf games with how you swing.
Yeah, or some of the old football games that, there was one I used to have for the Commodore 64, actually.
Yep.
And it was a first-person view, like inside the helmet.
Yep.
So if you called a running play, you were the halfback, and you were looking out as if you were actually the player, and the field of view you had was the same as that player would have. And, you know, like if you called, say, a sweep, well, then you would start the play, and you'd see the quarterback turn around and hand you the ball, and then you were supposed to run in the direction that the play is drawn, right?
Yep.
And there was like stiff arm. You could do a stiff arm and stuff like that too, right?
Yep.
They give it to the halfback.
Oh, hit stick.
Favorite terms right here. I'm going to use
Kelvin Allen has taken punishment today.
Yeah, these guys are going to be playing tough today by the looks of it.
Well, I'm sure glad we got those 7 points when we did.
Yeah.
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Well, looks like I got the blocking fullback on the right side.
Yep.
Dropping back. Looking for a receiver.
And he did, in fact, pick someone up. Oh, my God, that got caught.
Yeah, I was just throwing that away because look at what happened on the left side, right?
Yeah.
Like they were playing a zone defense there.
He kind of butchered the zone.
Yeah, well, if I think he was playing a hook zone probably, right?
Yeah.
But because they had the pressure coming there, I didn't have time to wait for him to clear that.
Yeah, and it's also pretty tight coverage on that side anyways, with the way you're getting pressured.
Well, and the way that I had to roll to my right just to get away from the pressure, it's pretty hard to throw the ball back this way when you're actually moving in the opposite direction, right?
Yeah, there'd be a pretty high risk of throwing it off target and getting an interception there.
Yeah, and that's why, because I saw the corner come down and press the receiver down here, I figured, you know what, I'm just going to take a shot at this. It's going to be pretty close to the sideline by the time it comes down.
But Marshall managed it.
Yeah.
1st and 10.
Well, he is a good receiving tight end, actually, surprisingly.
Well, the thing is that, like if you've got a good, accurate quarterback, too, it really helps, right?
Yep.
And that was pass accuracy of 99 figuring in on that dice roll, right? Like, look at that. Wow.
That was easily not blocking the linebacker.
See, every time I run the ball on 1st down, I'm passing on 2nd down because I have to, right?
Yep.
So I might as well pass on 1st down and not take the loss.
Yeah, it's really a shame Easley isn't a better blocker than he is.
It's really a shame that they didn't design the run blocking in this game better than it is, too.
True.
They'll go with a run once again.
Because it should be better, right? In Madden 04, it was better.
It was, yeah.
they took a step back as far as I'm concerned with the way the game was designed for the run game.
I have to agree.
7 defensive backs in on this one.
As somebody who still managed to run successfully, I'd still agree. Because I still think that certain things that I do work better in Madden 04 than they do in Madden 05.
Looking for a receiver.
Well, the thing is, I'm not saying it was easier to run in Madden 04. It's just that you didn't have this dumb shit where you'd have 12 runs for a loss.
You also didn't have this dumb shit where you ping pong around off guys and then run backwards.
Yeah, if you kept pressing the controller forward, your player would at least keep trying to run forward.
Yep.
But also, you know, like against an alignment like this, against a tough defense, I might be able to fit through that gap and get 3 or 4 yards, or 2 yards at least.
Yep.
But I wouldn't get stuff for a loss every time, right? You know, like there was such a thing as an inside running game that you could use, right?
Yep. That didn't require Adam Park.
Yeah.
But these days, you don't get an inside running game unless you have Adam Parkman.
Well, and even then, half the time, even he ping-pongs around and bounces backward and stuff like that too, right?
Looking downfield, it's rid of it.
Oh, that was a pretty big space. Look at how quick that guy closed that up, eh?
Exactly
Yep.
what you're supposed to do if you don't reach your quarterback. Get your hands up.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to watch that in this game just because of how these guys are playing like they've got something extra in them, right?
Yeah.
And this is the 7th play of this drive.
Wow.
The visiting team come out
Okay,
in a
well.
nickel package.
One-on-one coverage on Mills.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see how this goes.
Yeah, check your flat as he rolls out. Nope, they're playing a flat zone out there.
Receiver, rolling. Bailey with
Oh,
the
that's okay. You got away with it.
43.
Yeah,
don't know.
well, he didn't really super commit to it, you know?
Yeah.
Soft coverage or a hole in the zone where they can break free and wait for the pass to get there.
3rd and 5 coming up. The visiting team come out in a nickel package.
But yeah, it feels like I have to do something a little bit extra here today.
Drops back, looking for an option. It's
That was a
right.
defensive lineman getting cut blocked.
Not much touch on
That was not pass coverage. That was actually just that guy getting cut blocked. Watch this.
Oh no. See, the guard basically got he backed up away from the guard.
No, he got pushed back by the guard and then cut blocked by the guard.
to the action on the field.
I don't know. That looked kind of like nonsense to me.
That was totally nonsense.
I think we're playing dice roll football and the dice are slightly biased in their favor, right?
For the punt.
I think you're right. That's certainly how it looks.
Because this isn't playing the same as the other 16 games that we've played so far this season. Oh, look at that. It stopped right at the goal line.
What they were looking for here. Pin them deep.
Well, you can't pin them any deeper than that. Wow.
Yep.
Well, I think they're probably going to try a run here.
Probably.
Oh, man.
Well, we'll still come out in something reasonable here.
Number 27, the lone back. Puts it away.
Where do you think you're going?
Well, he pulled away from you, but then somebody else was able to finish him off.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel that in the morning.
Oh, now they got a full 3 tight ends, single back, 3 tight ends.
Yep. So I'm still going to have to put coverage out there.
Yeah, well, they've got that fast wide receiver out there yet, right?
That's right, so I have no choice.
To go.
Especially if they try some kind of play action or something here, right?
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Wade records the tackle.
Now Wade is there to save the day.
Yeah, now you're in a 3rd and short situation.
Sounds like I'm in a 3rd and play 3 deep zone situation.
3rd and maybe 1. The corners playing off a bit.
That's how this works.
Only one man back.
Oh, look at this. He's running with it. Kill him.
To the 20. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
Wowee.
That was a design quarterback run. The next time he does that, try and take control of the nearest player and hit stick him.
I wouldn't want to fuck that up and give a touchdown on that kind of thing.
No, but maybe you'll break his neck and then he won't be doing that anymore, right?
Ha!
Now that's a stiff arm.
Wow. Took
He's a
3
big
people to
back.
bring that guy down. Wow.
Yeah, he's a big back.
Here's what happened.
Big
He ran to
back.
the outside, looking for
Causes
some
us a
room
lot
to
of
run on the
problems.
tackle, but he was in the backfield so fast they had no chance to set up the play. That's just great defense.
Number 17 goes to work with an empty backfield. Incomplete pass. He threw it a little
Oh,
too
he can say
soon
hi to
and
Cedric
missed the
Perry a
mark.
couple
Pass
times.
rush
Yeah.
almost got to him.
Sure, Cedric Perry doesn't really mind.
I'll tell you one thing. This defensive coach sure
Yeah, I
has
didn't
his
think this guy could
defensive linemen pumped up.
scramble all that much.
Going to a prevent defense.
Yeah, I remember him now. He was on a different team before this one, right?
Throwing.
Oh, it's one of these.
Oh, look at that. Hurdles him afterwards, right? Wow.
He was there to make the catch.
I'm just going to sit here and hold my nose, okay?
I'm sure the quarterback will look at the
Stinky, stinky game.
Oh, boy, yeah. That's terrible.
First and 10. He'll go from the I formation, going to the right. Breaks free. Breaks
Like, look at that.
my
1,
God.
2, 3, 4. That was 4 broken tackles
Wow.
on one play.
They're trying, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes you can be a little over-aggressive
I don't know.
on defense like you see here.
that's crazy.
The over-pursuit.
Well, hopefully he'll use them all up, right?
And the ball carrier was able to cut back.
Without scoring a touchdown long.
With the pass.
I was playing a curl flat on that side.
Yeah. You know what? I think that
I think we're just going to play hard flats for a while.
So they get 2 first downs on their last 2 plays.
yeah, I think you really need to pick off one of those flat passes just to teach them a lesson.
They'll pass on first down. Pressure coming. Throws it. And he drops the
Well, that
pass.
wasn't going to go
He
anywhere.
dropped additional people into the secondary, but still generated an excellent pass rush.
And that gives you a lot of flexibility calling your defense. If the guys up front are good at creating pressure, then you don't have to blitz as often.
Yeah, we'll
Gives you
run
the ability to double
some of
cover
that.
opponent's best receiver.
This is the 10th play of this drive. Only one man back. Receives the handoff. French pulls
There's
it
somebody
back.
dropped the block on French there,
Maybe a yard or
trying to
two
get
on
up the
that
field.
This
Yep.
offense is determined to establish the running game here in the first half.
They have to get to the 36 to convert for a first down. Kansas City backs its secondary off the line to be in better position to defend the deep pass.
Oh, I got pancaked.
Gets the pass off.
Oh, well. You had the defender there in the middle anyway.
Breaking
Yep.
the pass.
Although, actually, that was just the man coverage assignment. That was one-on-one. He just played that fantastic.
Yep.
Because I didn't drop the deep zone in that time, because I've been dropping the spy in since that rushing incident.
Number 3 is
Yeah.
up.
Well, your defenders are not all overmatched. They've only really got the one really fast wide receiver, right?
That's right, yeah, the rest of them are all pretty average. I think that's a touchback.
Yep, that's a touchback.
First and 10. Rose in motion. Drops back, looking for a receiver. Gets rid of it. He hits his receiver. Perry makes the tackle at the 29. Number
Oh,
88
come on.
didn't have much room to do
Yeah,
anything
I
with
know.
that one.
Yeah, they
Right?
had the coverage.
Isn't that
They made this
ridiculous?
first play
You know, just ignore what down you're on and
Like
just,
going
like,
for a
play.
Well, I'm coming out and I'm just doing this because they obviously have no intentions of allowing me to run at all.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to come out passing.
He's looking. It's the
Good
pass
read.
off. Number 52.
That was jam coverage.
At
Yep.
the 36. Perfect pass. Great catch, and that'll move the chains. It's first and 10.
But our fifth wide receiver there is a bit of a bigger guy because he used to be a halfback, so he's not easy to jam.
Yellow, 58. Blue,
Changing the play now. Throwing on first down with the pass, and he makes the grab. Brady brings him down at the 48. Jenkins with a hot hand on this drive.
And what he's doing is sitting back there in the pocket, seeing everything, making great decisions, and getting the ball to the right guy. He's playing very well right now.
Directing traffic. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Well, they just actually sent a guy out there, hey?
Yep.
Throwing on the run.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Not
Wow.
only that, but he had two chances at it, too.
Receivers are gonna
Yep,
have some
that's so
trouble finding
stupid.
their footing and getting the ball to make
Just
the
keep
catch.
throwing. It's what you're good at.
Well, it's what they're allowing me to do, right?
Jenkins with a man in motion.
Ooh, see that safety sneak up forward there? Maybe you can hit Mills on the right. Deep. Nope. Never mind.
He's looking. Gets rid of it. He finds his big pop.
Okay, that's got to be a first down, right?
Now that is
Nope.
big-time football.
Not much to go after that.
Rigged.
That was a good
This
gain
game
on
is
second down.
rigged.
Puts him in a manageable third down, which is where you always want to be.
I hate home games.
These third downs haven't been much of
I
an
hate these
obstacle,
crappy
and it's helped
spots.
them take the lead.
It only seems to happen with the home games, though.
Throws it, and he hits his stride.
But if I get 15 yards more than what I need for the first down, even if they give me a shitty spot, I can still get it, right?
Yep.
Number 88 makes the catch, and John that'll move the chain.
He's one of the keys to their success when they're moving the ball through the air.
Calling an audible. Number 86, the motion man.
Against my better judgment, I'm going to try this.
Hand it off. Can't bring him down.
It actually worked out.
Just unloaded
Yeah.
on it.
Boom. Now that is what football's all about.
They went back to the run on that play.
That just goes to show you that the coach trusts the guy to hang on to the ball.
Eighth play of this drive. They're in field goal range. Mills comes in motion. Closing in with the
Oh.
pass.
And then watch the defensive lineman picks it off.
Yeah, really, eh? It hits somebody at the on the defensive line and just keeps bouncing around in there forever, right?
Ninth play of this drive. The defense lines up in the nickel. Number 86, the man in motion. Drops back.
Nice isolation on the left side there.
That's right. That's what that play is designed to do.
14-yard
Get
line.
Rhodes all by
Nice
himself
read.
against a single coverage.
This is the 10th play of this drive. They're inside the 15.
Green, 16.
Rhodes goes in motion.
See, what I noticed is in this game, they don't move anyone around when you motion a player from the left, but they do move someone around if you motion a player from the right.
Yeah. Well, the run, this stretch run doesn't really work as well to the left as it does to the right either. That's just something that I've noticed.
Yeah.
Within scoring.
I mean, it still works. You can pick up some okay yardage on it sometimes, but it's not the same.
Yeah,
right?
it's not as strong.
Allen in motion.
The game's just generally not symmetrical, right? Because pass rush from that side is also weaker. I don't really know what it is. The whole game must be like the game world is slightly askew.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was caught out of position on the score.
The quarterback went through his progression and found a receiver that he thought had the best chance to haul it in for the score.
Well, we managed to put it together that time anyway.
Yep. hey, you know what? If you can widen the lead between them and us, that prevents, that gives us a cushion against cheesy bullshit. Which I'm sure we'll see more
The
of.
kick is up, and the extra point is good. That's 14 unanswered points.
These guys are really starting to get the momentum going in their favor.
So that touchdown was the exclamation point on a drive that covered more than half the field and ate up a lot of time.
And that was a result of great play calling. They were able to get good chunks of yardage, and that moved the chain. Eventually, it got them in the end zone.
From the 7.
Oh! That was a slick move.
The visiting team
Yeah, he's
will start
basically
the
done
drive
that to me
on the
twice now.
3-yard line.
And they're coming out with 5 wide receivers.
It's
Of course
first
they
and
are.
10. Backing off.
Well, we're going to see if we can get Cedric Perry to say hi.
The visiting team line up in a 5-receiver set this time. Pass play here on first down, throwing short to his
Wow.
left.
Look at that. You had 5 man-to-man there, right?
I did, and he got blocked out anyways.
Wow. Yeah, he got pancaked by somebody. And what happened to the guy that was covering the guy that pancaked him,
He
though?
does a great job.
I wonder if it was an
of using his
offensive
hands
lineman
and
that
not letting the
pancaked
ball
him.
get into his
I don't know.
body.
It's pretty tough for offensive linemen to get out that far that quickly, right?
I think it's pretty tough to pancake a guy who's got a 5-yard cushion, too. Let's see what happened there. Yep.
No, see, that's basically that receiver went down there. But
Where's the guy who's covering that receiver?
Where's the guy who's covering that? Why is that guy, why did he do that?
It's because they convert into hook zones when they
Yeah, that's so dumb.
when there's blocking. So it's like a flaw in the play design
Throwing on first down.
that you can't compensate for.
I think personally that should be a way to eat up that block.
It should be, yeah,
Right.
because he should stick
If-
with his man no matter
Yeah,
what.
he should stick with his man and become the guy that guy has to block.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's how it would work in reality.
Yeah.
5 wide receivers. With the throw.
Got a little Walmart blocking there. You got sucked in. You see that?
I was actually trying to block or engage both the center and the guard there.
Yeah, I know. But you're the guy next to you to your left got drawn in and didn't get the tackle, right?
Well, let's
It's
see how
third
this
down
goes.
and a yard. The corners are backing off.
You see that behavior on the left side of the offensive line sometimes, but not often. Oh, you got him that time. Yeah.
Yeah, you know why? You know why? Watch this. What's he trying to throw here?
He's trying to throw a post.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
We have double hook zone on each side.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's nowhere to throw a post to.
Yeah, look at that. How close together those two receivers were on that on the other side too, right?
He doesn't
Yep.
let him get away.
And that's how I get my sacks. There you go. I got another one. I'm averaging 1 sack a game with Roble.
Yep. Actually better than that.
Yeah, slightly better, huh?
Fourth time tonight, he's been
Like
called
1
on
point
the punt.
Because this is our
whatever.
This is our 17th game, and you've got 18 sacks with
Here's
him,
the
right?
kick.
Yep.
From the 27-yard line.
That was a pretty good return.
Yeah.
He had some
Not
room
going to complain.
One block to let him go the distance.
1 or 2 more blocks would have sprung him.
Okay. Well,
The defense
I think
lines
it's
up
time
in
to
the
throw a
middle.
pass.
I think you might be right.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. Dropping back to pass on first down. Gets the pass off. And
Nice.
his target. He catches a floater for the first down.
And it's a good thing he caught it. You don't want to drop those passes that are sure first down.
First and 10.
They're doing it again.
I don't know what it is, man.
Looks like he's changing the play. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Blue 16.
I have time to do that, so yeah, I'm going to do that.
He'll pass on first down. On the move.
Boom.
Howard.
Wow, that guy made a beeline for him like he knew what route he was running.
Well, he probably had a coverage assignment on him, but he started off far enough out of position.
Didn't
Right.
matter.
Red 58.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. He's looking with the pass. Great pass. He's at the point. Brady records the stop.
Yep, you're just not going to cover him with a linebacker.
No.
First down.
The receivers are doing a nice job working through this soft
And I bet you that's a really good linebacker, too, because of the caliber of team that these guys have, but he's still a linebacker.
Yeah, you're more than likely right about that.
And Kelvin Allen is just like the speed of... He's got wide receiver speed, right? Burner wide receiver speed. I think it's time to throw a pass.
Changing the play now.
You think it's time to throw a pass?
It's always time to throw a pass for you.
Yep.
Give yourself a little time in case he drops this.
On the run. On the money.
Well, he didn't drop it, so, you know.
They could have run that one in if they wanted to.
Nope. Well, unless you have what happened to me happen to you, then they aren't going to be able to score back on you before the half anyway. That made me so mad today. Last play of the first half, and they tore off an 81-yard run on me.
Yeah, that was pretty bullshit.
Well, because the right tackle went beelining down the field and took out the safety on his side.
Yep.
And that's such crap. Like, I've never seen an offensive lineman get 15 yards downfield and block a defensive back successfully ever.
Yep.
I think it's simply not possible, actually. Except for here.
Well, that's because as part of the standard uniform, every offensive lineman has a Dyson vacuum cleaner in his chest.
Well, I think it's actually based on the blocking abilities rather than, physics, size, momentum, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd agree. Well, they're not trying to run.
Line up in a 5-receiver
No,
set.
they're trying to get a nice little screenplay like the last time, right?
Number 87 makes the catch but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is.
Okay, well, we made it to halftime. You're playing a pretty good game so far today.
You're not doing bad yourself,
Yeah.
in spite of the difficulty.
Yeah, well, I guess it's time for the halftime stretch.
Indeed. And we're back.
Yes, and here we are for the second half, and we have to kick it back to them.
As we get set for the kick.
However, in the first half, you held them to less than 100 yards of offense.
Wow.
And our time of possession, I think, was like 20 minutes as well.
From the 6.
Well, we'll just have to keep it up then. Yeah, feed that guy a clothesline.
I think that was a backup linebacker coming down there and making that tackle.
Actually, that might have been the backup safety, given the number. Don't forget, our safeties are thugs and goons out there.
It's 1st and 10.
You don't mess with Crusaders safeties.
Well, hopefully they're fast enough to play in my scheme, too. Look at that, he just ran away from that linebacker.
The guy who was there to bring him down at the 31-yard line. Gain of 10.
Well, not quite 10, Al.
No, not quite.
Less than a yard
It's not
to
too
go.
often that they get away with the wide runs there, though.
Yeah, well, that time, though, like, he just had more speed than the guy that got through there and was chasing him, right?
27, the lone back.
Because there definitely was an unblocked defender there coming after him, but
Rid of it, and he hits his target.
just
You
wasn't-
gotta hate this. I push past this guy, and then he holds
and then,
me.
Yeah, and then he recovers and wraps an arm around your chest.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That is so holding.
It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, but then they'll call Parkman for holding on that one play where he didn't even actually touch anybody.
Yep.
The play now.
Like, he literally did not even come into physical contact with another player on that play, but he got called for holding.
Slings it across the middle. He finds his man. Number 52 makes the tackle at the 40-yard line. They'll move the sticks for that completion.
I'll tell you, he put that
Well, I
one
might have
right
to start
on the
dropping
money.
back in the deep zone again.
They're playing a little pitch and catch.
Dropping back. Under pressure. Goes to the short.
Oh, look at that.
yeah.
Deflection and a pick. He's not fast enough to run away from that guy, though.
I tried.
That's okay.
To grab the off-target throw.
The coach is always talking about his contributions on defense. And you can see why when he makes plays like that. Let me tell you, he's a guy that you got to be careful.
You know what?
of
He's
when
like
you're
the
trying to
team
throw the
leader
ball
in
into the
interceptions.
area that he's
Yep.
covering.
He's got an instinct for that kind of thing, even though his hands are terrible.
To the halfback. Armstrong is the guy who's there.
I guess we did draft him as a safety, though, right?
Yep.
Trying to move the ball on the ground.
A running attack that is consistent and effective will help the offense dictate.
Yeah,
the
we've
pace
only
of the
got
game.
2 cornerbacks on the whole team. Everybody else is safeties and linebackers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nickelback in this time. Calling an audible.
Well, again, against my better judgment, I know I've got them severely outnumbered on the left side there, but
Well, you know how Madden blocking is.
yeah,
He just unloaded.
you have to have them outnumbered 4-1 in order to pick up a 3-yard gain, right?
Yep.
Trying to move the ball on the ground.
This is a tough physical team that likes to run the ball in just about any situation. When you can run the ball consistently, it really wears down the interior line and helps to slow down those pass rushers.
Somebody's uncovered here.
Dropping back. He's looking. Rosen. He hits
Wow.
his receiver. Number 52.
That linebacker migrated a long ways out there.
Yep. They must have had man coverage and not man locked or something.
Or that was a manually controlled player,
Yep, probably.
because when you look at the way that he reacted to this play, right? You know, like, why is he running all the way over to cover him? Why didn't he cover that guy?
And then there's a third guy running over, too. They're
Yeah.
all running over.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen a zone defense that's designed that way exactly.
And we're back.
Okay, let's see if we can kick a field goal here. I think we got it this time.
Well, maybe.
And it's up.
Nope.
No way, really?
Not the result.
It's that amazing kick power.
Oh,
Amazing kick
I got
power.
96 on the meter there, and I've kicked longer field goals than that with this guy before.
Yep. But it was that 2-mile-an-hour wind, man. Just couldn't get past that 2-mile-an-hour wind. With that amazing kick power.
Using split back. Bronson moves in.
That was definitely a wasted draft pick. Like, really.
It off to the fullback. Runs through the tackle.
Oh, look at this guy running through
Yeah.
tackles.
It seems like every time you miss an opportunity to score, they come back with a, like,
A vengeance.
yeah.
The more he gets the ball, the better he does. So I'd expect to see him.
Next time I'm at that range, I think I'm just going to go for it, though, because it's not worth it. It's too short to punt and too long to kick a field goal, right?
Closing in. Gets rid of it.
Aw,
He just unloaded on
man, nobody can tackle out there today.
Is what football's all about.
I specifically drafted these guys to be big, and yet none of them can tackle today. But only today, and only against these guys. If we're playing an all-Madden team next, watch, they'll make every tackle.
John, their first down rushing average is very impressive.
Yeah, they're getting some solid blocking inside and outside.
Number 87 catches the pass but goes nowhere. It'll be second down. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Giving some cushion on the outside. He sees something in the defense. Number 17 sends a man in motion. Pressure. Gets the pass off.
It's just not fast enough.
Oh, look, they got a holding penalty, too.
Sure, we'll take it. The only problem is they get 2 more down.
27. Grabs him
Yeah,
on
but
that
they're
play.
from 15 yards further back, and they're
Coming out in
they're
5
coming
wide
out.
receivers.
They're coming out in the suicide formation here.
Number 17 looking to pass. Lines up with 5 wide receivers. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. Nearly intercepted. Almost a big turnover.
You were pressing there, or what?
Nope, just running normal coverage that time.
Out there before he wanted to.
I do that so that they can't throw little 10-yard slants underneath me when the pass rush gets there. That's about the only thing that the normal coverage is good for, is preventing the regular short slants.
Doesn't want a long pass over anybody's head.
Now I
here,
just
so
gotta
they
let them
back
catch
up
the ball in
second
front of me.
down. Number 27, the lone setback. Mort, the motion man. Dropping back under pressure with the throw.
Well, that's exactly what you did.
49-yard line.
There sure was a mess of players on that side, though. Wow.
Coach sends in the punting unit. Here's the punt. He's waiting for the fair catch.
You know, I'm kind of glad that he decided to catch that one because I think that would have ended badly.
Yeah.
First and 10. Come out of the nickel. Looks like he's changing the play. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Yeah, you might as well get started on the passing attack right away.
Yep.
Pass play here on first down. Looking for a receiver. Throws on the run.
We'll get started on the pass dropping attack right away.
Well, you could have had Marshall on the right there. He actually came away cleanly.
Yeah, I don't usually look that way though if they line up the way they did with a lineman or a linebacker lined up either right over top of them or slightly outside of them.
Yeah.
Because quite often he'll take a bump when that happens
And
then
get all fucked up.
yeah, and then it spoils the route, right?
Wow, somebody came around totally untouched there.
Yep.
And that's a touchdown.
But I got a touchdown. Here we go. I got a long touchdown.
Just an incredible pass.
And that's why Kelvin Allen is a superstar.
And that's why you cover the running back when he comes over. Like call an audible or something.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's suicide not to cover this guy, right?
Yeah, it's almost like not covering Randy Moss, except 4 speed points slower.
Yep. That was an 84-yard pass and run.
The kick is up. And he kicks on.
We don't need to kick field goals anyway. We'll just score touchdowns.
There you go.
That was a great job by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback of recognizing the defense and making the right calls against it.
They'll return this one. From the 8-yard line.
Crunch.
There, I finally got him.
The last time they had it, the offense heads back out onto the field.
All right.
Ball on their own 20. They've been very good rushing the ball on first down, but still trail.
Yeah, sometimes a strong running game doesn't always translate into scoring a lot of points.
Oh, wow.
Ben French just got greedy there.
Yep.
Number 17 really put his body into
Sometimes these things can't be
That
helped.
ball could have been shot out of a gun with the velocity it had on it.
I see you're just shutting down the scrambling game right away, hey?
That's right.
Passing on first down. Passing right.
Well, I don't blame him for not catching that one. It didn't really come out cleanly.
No, well, you hit him again, eh? See him getting up there?
Yep.
He just got to put that one behind him and go out there and catch the next one.
Number 17 using split backs.
Oh, yeah. What was that?
Oh, it looked like it was a corner route, but he threw it behind the guy far enough that he had to, you know, like almost do the exorcist thing in order to turn around and catch it, right?
The exorcist thing. There you go.
Yeah, like how far he twisted around backwards like that, I don't think the human body is designed to do that kind of stuff, right?
Technical term.
Yeah.
It's a real football technique, the exorcist thing.
Yeah. It's the exorcist move. Well, hey, you know what? I've seen players running posts suddenly slide sideways 5 yards in the opposite direction to the angle on the post they were running.
Just to catch a ball,
in order to turn around and catch a pass that's thrown like 5 yards behind them, right?
I can't get to that one.
No.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Because I like this formation today. It's been doing a heck of a good job for me.
They give it to the halfback. That stops him.
And you're back over the 20, just like that.
Going to keep testing this rushing defense.
The guy seems to get stronger every time he touches the ball.
5 yards to go.
Set. Green, 16.
Jenkins with a man in motion. Drops back. Throwing.
Yeah, wow, they covered easily like a blanket, man.
Yeah, I looked there first, actually. But it just wasn't there, right?
It's 1st and 10. Directing traffic.
Okay, here we go.
Number 86. Beck makes the stop at the 41.
Positive yards.
Number 86.
Yeah, well, it could have been worse.
They really hustle on the defensive side of the ball. They're very good at clogging up the line, limiting the number of holes and cutback lanes that the back has to choose from.
Jenkins
At this point, the way things have gone in this game so far, I can't see myself dropping 50 points on these guys anyway.
He's looking, throwing on the run. Across midfield, the 40. Diving, tackle to bring him down. Nice job buying a little bit of time.
Well, but probably 40 isn't out of the question.
Maybe, maybe not.
You really need to be careful on defense. He likes to open things up a little downfield, buying time by rolling out or bootlegging.
It'd already be 34 if you hadn't missed 2 field goals.
Yeah. Then again, though, those were marginally long field goal tries too, right?
True.
Number 86.
Look at Parkman go. That's
Yeah.
almost a 10-yard run.
That's just the out-of-the-box fullback dive play, right? From the strong eye.
Yep. Yeah, well, that's what I meant when I was talking at the start of this game and saying, like, you know, like, it's not like we're doing anything broken. We just take whatever works and stick them into a custom playbook, right?
Yep.
I mean, there are a lot of vanilla plays in this game that work fantastic. It's just the only bad thing is there's a lot of vanilla plays in this game that are completely broken garbage, too.
Yeah.
And so, by having a custom playbook, you just don't have any of those garbage plays.
And there you're seeing a display of why Kelvin Allen was a 1,000-yard receiver this season.
Yep. And in the running for the MVP.
Yeah, and in the, well, I think Bo Jenkins has got a lock on that one, but
yeah, I think he already won that one.
yeah, probably. I think the awards have already been handed out, actually.
Yep.
Calling an audible. Allen can't bring him down.
Here's how they get in on that. They just can't bring him down, and he plows into the end zone for the score.
Yep. The third quarter breakdown, right? They played tough and stingy in the first half, and then all of a sudden they've given up 2 touchdowns in 1 quarter. And one of them was a long one.
Yep.
The home team are lined up for the kickoff. It's on its way.
I feel like with that kick meter, I'm
From
just
the 5-yard line.
on the verge of being out of control every time
Probably.
in this game.
That's just how that kick meter works in this game. Okay, we're going to try some of this.
So we have 1st and 10 here.
Nope, we're not.
Number 17 sends a man in motion. They'll pass on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Right to him.
Oh, look at this.
Number 52
Wow.
records the stop at the 30.
I don't think that translates out well to whatever it was you were trying to audible to there.
Well, I basically audibled out to a full man coverage because of the way that they actually came out and lined up with twin wide receivers. They were going to create a mismatch on that side, so I had to do something.
Ball on their own 30.
What did I end up in? Okay, I think I ended up in kind of what I wanted anyways.
Giving some cushion on the outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think your 4-3 defense is very well suited to playing out in this part of the field, right?
No, but I've been bringing it out to try to prevent long runs.
Number 95 makes the stop at the 30-yard line.
Because I don't want to give them too many of those situations where they've got 2 tight ends, 2 running backs.
Yeah.
Or 1 tight end, 2 running backs.
Limiting cutback opportunity.
So it's 2nd and 10. Backing off. Only one man in the backfield.
But when they come out in twin wide receivers, you can't line up in a 4-3.
Whoa!
Good play in the backfield.
Cedric Perry says hi.
Yep.
He'll be trying that one from a little bit further back now, buddy.
He's been playing for a while now. And let me tell you, he might never be better.
Watch him throw one of those
right
boot
now.
routes. Those are about 15 yards long.
I don't know. You'd have to throw the longest one that there is in order to make that kind of yards, because once he runs down the field, he's got to run backwards 2 or 3 yards again, right? Ooh.
Well, the safety was still back there, though, so I don't feel bad about him making a play like that.
He's got a
Nope.
good sense of knowing where the ball will come down and when to make his move.
Harrison is ready to punt this one away. Here's the punt. And he waves for the fair catch. Ball on their own 45. They can't get it done on the ground on first down, John, but they're still leading in this one.
And running is important, but they've got other weapons that can get them.
I mean, okay, whatever.
I can't even run a, lead dive up the middle against a 3-4 defense here.
So we've reached the end of the third quarter with the home team ahead of the visiting team, 35-0. And we'll start the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9.
Set. Blue 16.
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Well, we're going to do this again.
Dropping back. Gets rid of it. Great pass.
And it's going to work again.
Yep.
And he is bumped out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
No, he's not out of bounds, though, because the ref said the clock keeps ticking.
This guy, he doesn't
Yep.
throw it behind them. He doesn't throw it over their head. He throws it where they're going.
Pretty sure you can actually challenge that to see if it went out of bounds or not.
I don't really care.
Jenkins with a man
Yeah, it's in your benefit to run the clock here.
Yep.
going to the air on first down with the throw.
This should be a touchdown.
5.
Yep.
Even though the referee tried to stop me there.
Yeah, he did. The 12th man off the bench.
That's right.
And his receiver.
Kelvin Allen just has more speed than you. And not even the 12th man can come over and make the stop.
God.
Remember that one time I got run out of bounds by the referee?
Yep.
Right? I had a touchdown run going on down the sideline, and then the referee came over and ran into me and pushed me out of bounds.
Well, I had a kickoff return for a touchdown spoiled by that.
Oh, I was so bitter about that. I still remember that.
The home team.
We showed that in a replay.
Yeah, we did. It was a couple seasons
Because
ago.
you actually managed to get through the pack, and there was no one between you and the goal line, and then the referee came over and gave you a bump.
Yep.
And it was just enough to slow you down so that the guy behind you could catch up. And that was in all the years that we've been playing this game. That would have been the first time I've ever seen a user controlled kickoff for a touchdown or kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, they totally rigged that against us.
Yeah, you see the AI do it once in a while, but I've never run a kickoff back for a touchdown. I've never run a punt back for a touchdown in this game. I have done it in Madden 04, both, right?
27 in
Yep.
the backfield.
But in this game, they pretty much took the special teams out of it, right?
He gets the carry. Jones with with the tackle at the 31. A very well drawn up play.
And it was well executed. They hit their blocks.
Yeah, well, we're blowing them out now. Like they've given up a touchdown on each of our last 3 possessions, right? And some big passing yardage.
Hands it off. Terry makes the tackle at the 31-yard line.
Well, at least we managed to stop him before he crossed the line of scrimmage there.
The defense is always very aggressive when defending the run. They're extremely disciplined. They get off their blocks very quickly. Makes it tough to find openings when you're running the ball.
2nd and 10.
We'll come and run some of this out of the dime.
The visiting team line up with 2 backs behind.
Oh, he got away. Oh, no, he didn't get away.
Yeah, I had to hit the dive button from behind there.
Yeah, that'll count as a sack too, right?
Yep.
He definitely had enough time to release the ball.
Yeah, I actually had to come up and dive from behind there in order to catch him.
Yeah.
After the sack, they'll be looking
I couldn't believe it.
long here. Kansas City is trying
There,
to
that was your second sack of the game.
backs up the corners and safeties. Throwing. The 40.
Watch them count that.
How come they mark that as a first down, and yet if I get something close like that, they don't mark it as a first down? Wow.
So with the play in question,
And they're probably going to make the play stand, right?
Well, we'll challenge it anyways.
and what they'll look at
Because
here
I
is
don't think he even made it. Like, if that yellow stripe is where it's at, I don't think he even made it over the yellow stripe, right?
When they were thinking it should have been a right foot spot.
And Travis Wade came over there and fed him an elbow and knocked him over backwards.
Yep. Yeah,
See?
whatever.
Yeah, I don't think that I think it's just a dice roll thing, right? It has nothing to do with what you actually see happen on the field. Even in the replay, it looked like it should have been shorter, right?
it's 1st and 10.
It looked like you should have won that challenge, according to what I saw in the replay.
Well, that's fine.
The visiting team line up with 2 backs behind the quarterback. Hand it off to the back.
Where do you think you're going, buddy?
Big tackle there for a loss and great pursuit there, John.
You can say that again.
Hey, look, they're coming out in my favorite formation.
It really
Yeah.
pays off when you make
Yeah,
stuff
the
like that.
5 wide receiver set doesn't bother you any.
Oh, they just audibled out of it.
Yeah, to get some blocking help,
The
probably.
visiting team line up with 2 backs behind the quarterback. Gets the pass over.
Oh,
It's complete. Miller
it's like
pulls
the
him
the
down.
corner there just gave up on that at the last
So they're
second,
able to
right?
pick up another
Yep.
first down.
This offense
That's definitely what it feels like.
making the right calls at the right time.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
It's okay, we'll come out in something a little different here. Bring this out again.
Only 1 man back. Throwing on 1st down. No completion there. Pretty good coverage downfield as the pass falls incomplete.
He had some room up in front of him to scramble out of the pocket and pick up a few yards. Maybe he should have done that.
8th play of this drive. Giving some cushion on the outside. Only 1 man in the backfield. Throws it, and he hits his target. Bronson.
Well, they'll get a 5-yard curl out of that.
5 on 2nd down.
Yep. Well, now they got a 3rd and 5.
And this is the 9th play of this drive. They need 5. So as they get set to try to convert, here's what both teams have done on 3rd down.
3rd down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play. When you convert, it gives your defense a little extra rest, and it gives your offense.
Yeah, and they
a
left
fresh
him in the
set of
block
downs
too,
to work
eh?
With the pass.
Oh, what is that? He's running away from his man coverage guy there. Did you see that?
Yep.
Number 17.
That is such bullshit.
Oh, well. You know what? This is that late quarter
Destined drive.
destined drive, though, the one that's always so hard to stop, right?
Yep. That's what it's feeling like.
Well, late in the game, they finally make
Because I know in some of the test games I've been playing with my defense, too,
Someone there to tell you to watch out.
you know, even those games where I only allowed a field goal, it seemed like it was at about this time of the game that I allowed the points, right?
Yeah.
You know, suddenly they just figure out how to play football, and they move down the field, and no matter what you do, you can't stop them, right?
Yeah.
They're 11 yards
Even
away
though
from
you've
the
given them absolutely nothing for the whole game ahead of that.
Number 27, the lone back. Hand it off. Perry makes the play at the 8. 2-yard gain. 8 is the magic number right now. The corners move up to play this one tight. The visiting team line up with 2 backs behind the quarterback, surveying the field. To the end.
Oh, come on! Oh, that is such bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Tips it and tips it right to the receiver.
That is such bullshit. This was totally a scripted drive.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way that that should have been a completed pass. No way, no how. Well, you had to know, though, the way that things were suddenly going here, that you weren't going to be able to stop them, right?
The kick is up.
Yeah, well, you know what? I did my damnedest, too. I even had the right coverage out there and everything. They just decided they were going to score, and there was nothing I could do about it.
Well, the thing is, he threw it into double coverage, and it was actually the safety playing the zone that got a hand on the ball. What was the other guy doing? Right?
Well, just running there with his hands in his pockets.
Why wasn't he attacking the ball, right?
Yep.
Moving the ball through the air on their way to the end zone. And you'd expect to see the same thing here until the defense...
But that's not going to make any difference.
Directing traffic. Allen moves in motion. Dropping back. Gets the pass off.
Oop, well, he dropped one.
It's okay, that's like his third drop this game.
Allen?
Oh, no, sorry, that was Allen. I thought that was Golston again.
No, I don't think Allen's had dropped one up to this point yet.
So you have a good grip. This kind of weather.
Yeah, well, Allen's like, we got to buy them time so that they can catch up in the deficit.
Rolling an audible now. Throws it.
Wow, that was an aggressive play.
He really tried to jump on that, but he couldn't quite get there in time.
Well, that's your 93 throw power.
The next thing you do is you look for room to run. And he had a little bit right there.
Changing the play now. Pass play here on first down with the throw, and he hits his target. Powell pulls him down at the 48-yard line, and it'll be second and less.
They will play a little bit of ball control passing.
I'll tell you, when you got second and short, you can call just about anything and everything. Because if you don't get it on this play, you can always go back out there on third, and you still only need a yard or two for the first down.
Calling an audible.
I haven't had much success doing this game, but now that we're playing with a lead, we'll do this a little bit, hey?
Yeah, why not? But damn, that was a big hit.
You got to run the ball, you got to control the clock. But the key thing is you have to run the ball successfully. You have to establish a threat that you're going to make.
Yeah, we've established a threat that they're going to respect. Right?
Or not.
On a nickel package. Mills, the man in motion. Hand it off again. There he goes.
Well, this has possibilities. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
There, that's why I put the offset eye into my playbook.
I can see why now, yeah.
You see why?
That's your first touchdown run.
Yep.
Or first long one, anyways. It cleared out that side nicely.
Yep, it's because you catch a defense shifted the wrong way, and you know how they like to set up a blitz or something?
Yep.
Like they got all these guys all stacked up over here. And so when I move the wide receiver over and take the corner away, well, there's nobody over here, right?
That's right.
And look at who goes down there and gets the safety. It's actually the tight end, not an offensive lineman, by the way. Right?
Yeah, and then the free safety's just too slow.
Yep.
Because Kelvin Allen is just too fast.
Well, he does actually manage to try and make the tackle here, but was able to just high step out of it, right?
Yep.
Well, that just about doubles my rushing total for the game.
Everything's going right today.
Yeah, all of a sudden. In the first half, things were a little bit tough, but in the second half, everything's gone my way. But you know what? That's just a very basic run, too, because all I did was I gave the halfback a shuffle step dive and the fullback a lead wide right?
Yep.
And the reason I give him the lead wide right instead of just the lead right is because you have to give him the lead wide right so that the quarterback doesn't bump into him when you're trying to do the handoff.
Yep.
Basically, all I'm doing is I'm telling the fullback to get out of my way. And if he happens to get down the field and block somebody, so much the better.
Yeah, good for him, eh?
Only one man in the backfield. Rivers comes in motion. Going to the air on first down. With the pass, he's brought down behind.
See, that's how it usually works out.
Yeah, well, usually you play 5-man under, and those screens don't work ever, right?
For the guy coming out of the backfield.
Loosening up the coverage on the outside.
Oh, there he goes again.
30. Big pop that time.
Boom. That is big-time football.
So it's his
Well, I tried to hit stick him there, but I only got a normal tackle input because the hit stick input takes a second too long to register.
Yeah.
backing off. Out of the gun. Drops back. Passing run. He hits his receiver. They convert for the first down on that throw.
And they ran the perfect play to get those couple of yards.
It's first and 10.
Well, you got a couple of guys out there with 8 tackles now.
He'll pass on first down. Pressure.
Come here.
Oh, that's a fumble. Oh,
I tried to get it.
yep. That's okay. That's going to be a huge loss.
Possession after that pass falls behind the line.
Yeah, you never want to put your receiver in a position to catch a pass behind the line when he's got a defender bearing down on him.
Number 17, looking to pass, lines up with 5 wide receivers. And he steps out of bounds at the 27.
Well, this is a good position to be in.
Yep.
Third and long. Kansas City backs its secondary off the line to be in better position to defend a deep pass. 5 wide receivers. Gets rid of it.
And Cedric Perry will just come around the end and say hi again.
Yep. That means he's got to get up off the ground again.
Yep.
He could drop additional guys back in coverage, but still get pressure on the quarterback.
The punter's in again for the 8th time.
Oh, this is their 8th punt, man.
Here's the kick.
Yep.
Oh, that's a shallow one. I can't get near it.
That's okay. It took a us bounce.
Offense taking over again here. The last time they was very effective.
Well.
And got it into the end zone. So they have first and 10 here. They come out of the looks like he's calling an audible. Hands it off.
Oh, come on.
For negative yardage.
There shouldn't be any holes in the offensive line when nobody's pulling, right?
Yeah, it's caused by, that time it was Joe Winters' fault.
Well, basically,
Or arguably, even if it wasn't Joe Winters' fault, it's the left guard's fault.
yeah, because he is taking the left tackle's man, right? And really what should happen here is if the
If
center...
it's a run to the left, everybody should go left.
Everybody should wedge toward the left, right?
Yeah,
and
drop the left defensive end.
And even if the center here locks up on this guy, well, you know what? This guy here should be responsible for him. He's responsible for him, like this guy.
Yep.
And your lead blocker here is the guy who picks up this guy, right? You know, like they're skipping blocks.
And we go back to the game.
It was just a blocking mess.
It's second down. And
Well, that's okay.
way to go.
You just got clock to run now.
Set. Red 25.
Is it time to throw another touchdown pass to Kelvin Allen?
I don't know. Depends on if they send somebody out to cover him or not.
It's a linebacker.
Looking downfield, throwing. And it's caught. Diving tackle.
Watch, they won't give you a first down for that. Oh,
No,
did.
they did. They gave me a first down for that. You know what? This particular shotgun formation has been
When the quarterback
my
calls
best
your
weapon
number,
in this
you
game
wanna
so
make
far.
Sure you make the catch and don't mess something up.
Changing the play now. He sees something in the defense. Receives the handoff. Armstrong makes the tackle at the 37. 2nd and 6.
Why? Because when they decide they want to play overly aggressive,
you can just motion Kelvin Allen out of the backfield and
yeah,
throw a
just
flat
motion
pass to him.
Kelvin Allen out of the backfield and then throw a short out to him, yeah.
Drops back. He's looking.
Or in this case, I'll throw a corner out to Mills for a big gain, right?
Yep, and you'll eat up the 2-minute warning doing it.
Yep.
With a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're going to get.
It's 1st and 10.
And the beauty of it is, since I can run somewhat out of this formation, I can call a run play to start. And then when they decide they're not going to allow me to run, I can still use an audible to melt the cheese, right?
Yep.
Calling an audible. He'll get the call.
Wow, everybody actually blocked there.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
That's what I said, though. I can run out of that formation a little bit, right?
4 yards from the goal line now.
I don't have there's too many unblocked guys hanging off the edge over there.
Yep.
At least this way, maybe they can wedge open a gap for me to run through, or at least I won't lose a bunch of yards. Or maybe I will.
Ball on the 6-yard line. And this is the 7th play of this drive. Just over a minute still to go.
Well, that's okay. I don't think I need to throw another pass in this game.
Nope, you just need to make sure you score.
Well, maybe I'll miss another field goal or something.
Huh.
Hands it off. Perry makes the play at the 5-yard line. 1-yard gain on that play.
If you just throw a pass, then you won't have that problem.
I think Kelvin Allen won the player of the game.
They've done very well on 3rd down to this point. Changing the play now.
Wow, look at the blocking from Mills.
Yep.
That was an almost perfect run in that type of situation.
The offense has been knocking on the door.
Well, I guess I did manage to drop 50 on these guys.
Told you.
I didn't think I was going to at the halftime there. It sure didn't look that way, but they had that big second half collapse, right?
Yep.
Number 12 comes in.
You know, it's for some reason it's like they forget what they were doing when they were doing things right. You know, like they suddenly forget all those things.
The point after is good. Now they've put it together offensively with 14 unanswered points.
They can do this sort
And the fact is, both of us are good enough at what we do here that, you know, chances are most of the time we are going to be playing with a bit of a lead, but I don't know that that means that the AI should completely abandon the game plan if they are having at least some success, right?
Yep. Okay, what are they lining up in? 5 wide receivers.
5 wide receivers. They're going to take one last gasp for the end zone
absolutely here. The most appropriate formation to line up on the field on when you're behind by 49 points.
Number 17 goes to
with 4 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, personally, I think that probably well, he did manage to pad his stats a little, though, and look a little better, right?
God.
Anyway, we're off to the conference title game again.
That we are.
Not much of a contest. One team pouring it on for a big margin to victory.
Yeah, it was odd how easy that game went.
Yeah, well, in the second half, anyway, like I said, the first half, they actually played somewhat like it was going to be a competitive game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this will be the first high-scoring game that we've played in a while where Bo Jenkins was not the player of the game, eh? So let's see here. So you allowed 64 yards rushing and 196 yards passing. And I got 106 yards rushing and 497 yards passing.
Yeah, you did pretty good, even by my standards.
Yep. And look at the time of possession, though, too, right?
Yep. You were nearly perfect.
Bo Jenkins had a nearly perfect, although my completion percentage was down a little bit from where it usually is.
Probably from those drops.
Yeah. But I did have a long pass of 84 yards. Well, look at that. Kelvin Allen almost had 100 yards rushing. And he had 242 yards receiving. So he had over 300 yards of from scrimmage.
Yeah,
right?
he is the offense.
He is the offense. Yeah. Early on, we made use of Coleman quite a bit, too. Well, there you go.
So, looks like we only ended up with 5 tackles for a loss. I guess it's okay. Only got 3 sacks this game, and I got 2 of them.
Yep.
I actually outdid Cedric Perry.
Yeah, you outdid Cedric Perry.
But I think, too, he was throwing it away no matter how many times he got hit.
Yeah.
And we got that one cheesy interception.
Yeah, but again, though, he threw it into coverage, right?
Yep.
You know, like his receiver was outnumbered 2-1, and he threw it to the guy anyway.
This is telling, though. You know, I usually get 8 or 9 pass deflections a game. I only got 5 this game.
Yeah.
Everybody was playing way below where they should have been playing.
See, and Danny Jones got credited with a pass deflection there, where he deflected that pass
into
the
fucking
receiver, right?
Yep. But yeah, like there was basically our defenders were running around with their hands in their pockets all day.
Yep.
And that's why I draft those guys who can hit big, because at least if they're not getting their hands on the ball, they can hit the guy. Try to force a drop.
Yeah, well, it looks like you were a dominant force in the middle there today.
Yep, somehow.
A couple of sacks and a forced fumble. And...
Sadly, your field goal percentage is going to suffer there.
Well, I mean, that's not regular season stats, though, so it's not really going to count, right?
Look at that. Your punting average is 42 yards.
Yeah, that was a 42-yard punt that I rolled to a stop on the, half-foot line, right?
Yep.
That was awesome.
It looks like Mickey Sellers there managed a average rating.
Yeah. Well, he did complete 63% of his passes for 205 yards. But like you say, I think that your secondary was playing a little bit flat today. See that? He was a lot of their rushing yardage too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And there's Stanley Hobbs. You held him to only 1 catch in the first half. I was looking at the first half statistics. So he got most of this in the second half. He caught 7 passes in the second half.
Which is funny, because I didn't actually change the coverage I was playing. It's just like they just started throwing it to him.
Yeah, they just started throwing to him, I guess. Right. This guy obviously can't catch. He dropped 2 passes.
Yep.
He can block, though. Like, he got something like 4. I think, yeah, he had 4 pancake blocks.
5 pancake blocks.
5 pancake blocks.
That might have been why Cedric Perry was having a tough time.
Yeah. Good blocking back, I guess, right? So, anyway, there we go. Nobody really stood out too much. Only got 5 tackles for a loss. Which isn't too bad, considering how the run game in this game works. And I took pretty good care of the ball. I don't think I actually threw any passes that scared me today. You know, there was that one kind of tight fit to the tight end early in the game, but
it worked.
But also that was very close to the sideline, so I really don't see that one as being too much trouble anyway. even if it didn't work. So, yeah, he punted 8 times, and my average per punt was better than his. So that's it. And the player of the game, I think, this time around was Kelvin Allen. Yeah.
Yep.
He had 6 touchdowns.
That'd be why.
He had 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 receiving touchdowns.
Wow.
So that's the kind of performance you need to turn in if you play on the same team as Bo Jenkins. if Bo Jenkins is not going to get the player of the game award, you have to have 350 yards from scrimmage and score 6 touchdowns.
Fuck. Ridiculous.
Anyway, I guess we'll be back for the conference title game.
Indeed.
Okay, until then,
I'm RecV5.
and I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.